The Prison is a short story by Bernard Malamud published in 1950. The story deals with metaphorical imprisonment and the inescapability of the banality of life. The tone is dejected and somber with a third-person narrative that focuses on the life of Tommy Castelli. The title symbolizes Tommy Castelli's life as a personal prison. He feels trapped in a monotonous and unfulfilling existence, which is akin to being imprisoned in his own life. Unlike the usual prison with guards and towers, Tommy is stuck in a dull life he doesn't enjoy. It also reflects the emotional imprisonment Tommy experiences in his loveless relationship with a woman he doesn't truly love. He is emotionally confined by his circumstances. The title may suggest an existential crisis in the story, where Tommy, doing pointless work with no hope for a better future, grapples with the meaninglessness of life in a self-imposed and societal prison. The word prison implies confinement and a lack of freedom. Throughout the story, Tommy searches for something meaningful and redemptive to break free from this metaphorical prison. Every day is the same until he catches a young girl stealing. This sparks his interest because he sees a bit of his own past in her. He tries to help her, but sadly, he fails again. The beginning of the story takes us back in time to understand Tommy Castelli's tough life, growing up in a poor neighborhood that was tenement-crowded, kid-squawking neighborhood, with its lousy poverty. He used to have plans, many dreams and schemes, but now he runs a not-so-successful candy store, feeling stuck and trapped in an unendurably slow and endless drivel. The flashback reveals how he ended up in this fouled-up situation, leaving school, getting into trouble, and then being saved from the crime of the holdup of a liquor store by a deal between his and Rosa's fathers, which further limited his freedom and intensified his sick-in-the-stomach feeling of being trapped. Rosa even changed his name from Tony to Tommy, erasing his old identity. He feels his bummed-around life to be a screaming bore with endless monotony without any escape. The story's main focus is on a 10-year-old girl who comes to the store to buy tissue paper for her struggling and rock-faced mother who looked as if she arranged her own widowhood. This girl's life mirrors the hardships of economic despair. Tommy is conflicted when he catches her stealing. He initially feels like reacting with violence by grabbing her and socking till she threw up, but instead contemplates how to help her. Even though being a reformer isn't his natural role, as the role of reformer was strange and distasteful to him, Tommy cares so much for the young girl because of a happy memory of Uncle Dom. This memory is different from the rest of the story because it's innocent and filled with laughter, unlike the grim tone elsewhere. This memory stirs emotions in Tommy, making him see a bit of himself in the girl. He wants to warn her to cut it out before she got trapped and fouled up in her life, just like he feels confined in his own life. However, he struggles to take action, shown through his hesitation, smoking a full pack, and feeling unable to move or speak as he felt tongue-tied and his feet felt nailed to the floor. He eventually decides to leave a note for the girl. The story ends on a pessimistic and defiant note that erupts in violence. When she catches the girl stealing, Rosa engages in aggressively shaking her so hard the kid's head bounced back and forth like a balloon on a stick, making Tommy release his pent-up frustration as he slapped Rosa across her mouth so violently that her teeth were flecked with blood. Violence takes center stage at the end of the short story over reason, reformation and tenderness that the girl's mother socked her hard across the face even though the girl admitted to stealing the sweets for you, mother. Even though Tommy tries to help, the girl's cheeky gesture at the end shows the deep pessimism in the story, as she thrust out at him her red tongue at Tommy, rejecting his support, prompting him to utter the single dialogue of the story, wrapped in cynicism, that you never got what you wanted.